Hey guys, just wanted to hop on here and talk about goal setting. And as we all adjust to our current reality, we have some choices to make. So we can choose to accept this opportunity to pivot our business if we need to, and or we can choose to remain stuck in fear, in victimhood, etc., complaining about the current situation and our current reality. So, if you're new here, I'm Anne, a business mentor and a mindset coach, and I believe that no woman should have to choose between being financially independent and being present for their family. I also believe that the simplest way for women to do this is through leveraging this digital era. Guiding women to build an online business so they can create a new level of freedom is what I do. Empowering women to own their worth and ditch their money blocks is who I am. So, I'm a freedom first business person, and that's what I teach and encourage. And I just wanted to talk about the importance of goal setting. And although I indicated that this is kind of more important now than ever, I personally believe goal setting is crucial, right? All the time. It's an essential part of getting ahead in life. And, you know, now in this time of uncertainty, when we're feeling a little bit preoccupied with our thoughts, having those goals is so important. Does that make sense? If you're watching, drop a yes below, or if you catch the replay, let me know if you agree. So, the temptation seems to be right now to put everything on hold, right? To ditch our goals, to sort of downplay what we previously had in mind because of the current situation, the economic climate, the virus, all of the above. Now, I've been tempted by this too, right? And this is why I felt very strongly about coming in here and talking about this particular topic of goals, because I've realized that is exactly what I need to do again to get myself back on track, because I've lost a bit of motivation. And hey, Holly, thanks for watching. Um, I think you'll find this useful too. So, I think we were talking yesterday about losing a bit of motivation right now, and, there's so many distractions and so much going on. My kids are homeschooling. And now more than ever, we need to set goals, right? If you want a successful business, you have to have goals. Only a small percentage of the population actually set goals, right? But that is what separates the successful from those who just go through life in autopilot, not achieving exactly what they want, and living a mediocre lifestyle, and living having regrets, right? So at a minimum, we have to have an income goal in our business. And and if right now doesn't feel like the right time for an income goal, or you're brand new, you're pivoting, you've lost your full-time employment, and now you're sort of thinking about starting a business, at a minimum, then maybe set some goals, other goals for your business, like some audience goals, for example, growing your audience, because we all start with zero audience, right? So if you don't feel ready to set a goal around financials, then I would really strongly recommend set a goal around, building your email list, or building your Facebook, or whatever social platform that you use, you're following, because that is going to help you, right? And if you don't have a goal, why? Why is that? I'd love to know. Again, pop them in the comments if you catch the replay. And if you're afraid of setting them in case you don't achieve them, then here's a reality check, right? The likelihood of failing is much higher if you don't have a goal in the first place, right? And that's a fact. Now, another common reason that I hear people saying that they don't set goals is because they don't know how to achieve their goal. Again, you might be completely new to business. You might be, you've been an employee all your life and you're kind of going, oh, I don't know. How can I set a goal around a business when I don't even know how I'm going to achieve that goal? Well, the resourcefulness, the how comes after you've set the goal. Hey, Erin. Oh, I've got goals. Awesome. That's great. I'm so glad you do, because I really think right now it is like I said at the start of this call, goal setting for me is a super important thing all the time. It's what drives me forward all the time. I have personal goals, I have business goals, I have family goals, holiday goals, all sorts of goals. And I have to be honest, with all this craziness going on in the world right now, I sort of lost sight of those goals for a moment. And for a moment, I considered backing off on those goals, right? And I'm being human here. I'm sharing the truth. I have mindset stuff too that I work with all the time. And I realize that is just the craziest thing to do. And right now, more than ever, I need to be more focused on my goals. And I'm going to share a little bit more about some plans that I have, right? Because you can't grow what you don't start. So if you don't have that goal and start working towards it, then you're never going to get there, right? So your goals represent your finish line. It's not your starting line, right? Your starting line is where you are today, right? So do yourselves a favor, set some goals. Again, drop in the comments what you think about this. What does Erin say? How important do you think it is to have a number on growing your audience if you have actionable steps in place? Look, I suggested growing audience for people who really feel uncomfortable about setting a monetary goal, right? A financial goal. And Erin, it's not about the numbers, it's not about how many followers you have. It doesn't matter, right? It's that one person that's following you is the most important person to serve and to, to take care of and to share value with and so on. So I'm not kind of suggesting growing your audience just for the purposes of having this huge following, but it's kind of for the purpose of having a goal, for the purpose of moving forward, right? So if you've got other goals that you're working towards, then that's awesome. But, the audience is kind of just an alternative thing to setting a financial goal. So I hope that makes sense. The second part about goal setting is, and I see this mistake being made a lot, that they're not specific. They're not SMART goals, right? So you guys may have heard of SMART goals: specific, measurable. Some people say attainable, some people say achievable, realistic, and timed. So again, just sort of saying, I want to make more money in my business. That's not a SMART goal. That's not a specific goal. I want to earn more. I want a bigger audience. Be specific, right? I want more clients. Be specific. So a more specific goal is, I want to earn $10,000 a month. Or a client goal could be, I want to sign up a client every week. Or I want to sign up 3 clients every week. They're specific, right? And they've got a time frame attached to them. So again, the more specific you are with what it is you're working towards, the more likely you will achieve it, right? And now is not the time to adjust or reduce your goals, as I was saying before. And that was something that, I really had to come to this realization myself as I was feeling some fears and I had some big goals in mind for 2020, and I'm starting to sort of back off them. Even though I had my biggest month in March, I was starting to get distracted by my kids being at home and all these other things going on in my life, and thinking, oh, maybe I need to adjust my goals. Well, adjust your goals, but adjust them in a completely different direction to what your fear is suggesting you need to adjust to. So I'm putting it out there. Let's try and achieve our 2020 goal in the next quarter. Okay, I hear you, you're kind of going, are you frigging crazy, Anne? Do you know what's going on in this world right now? Well, let me tell you, having that type of a goal, which is scary as hell, audacious as hell, is what is going to get you back in the game of business. It's going to get you focused again and back on track. Because once you set that goal, you can start thinking about how, right? And what I'm suggesting right now is look at the environment around us and pivot. Pivot if you need to, right? Don't do what you've always done if it's not going to work in the current situation. But the reality is, right, I'm talking to people, I'm talking to women who work online, I'm talking to women who want to work online, and this is where it's growing. So many people have lost their jobs and they're coming online. So, Erin, there could be people that want assistance with copywriting because they've never done it before. Holly, there could be people who want to learn how to start a virtual assistant business because they need to start earning money. That's what pivoting might look like, right? So you're specifically targeting a whole new market that's become available to us who weren't previously, right? And this is not about taking advantage of people during a crisis time. It's about giving people solutions and a way forward, right? And backing yourself to be able to help them. So ask yourself, how could I achieve my 12-month goal in the next 3 months, right? I'm just putting it out there. Now's not the time to reduce our goals and get into that fear place that half the world is in right now. Now's the time for us to step up to be the powerful women that we are, right? And finally, because I wanted to keep this reasonably short, get very clear on why you want to achieve this goal, right? What's the significance about this goal and what happens if you achieve it? And it needs to be more than about the money. It needs to be about the impact that you're having. It needs to be about your family. It needs to be about something bigger than just the money, right? So think about that. Get really clear on your why, because the why is what drives you. Hey, Ebony, thank you. I'm not downplaying what's going on in the world right now. I know it's tricky. I know, Ebony, you've got young kids, they're at home. So I do get it, right? I do understand it's not easy. But ladies, business isn't always meant to be easy, right? Being an employee sucks. For us business women who want to be our own bosses, right? Sometimes we do need to do the harder things, right? So just putting it out there, get some goals happening, get refocused on your business, take action on what you can, and go for it. Because us women who survive these hard times are the ones that are going to make the biggest difference. The biggest difference. So that's it from me. So to summarize, stop wasting your time, get crystal clear on the smart goals that you want to achieve, and do whatever it takes to achieve it, right? Stop giving away your power. Now, this is exactly what I help my clients with too, right? So If you want to pivot your business, you're not quite sure how, you're juggling family, you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, reach out. I'd be happy to have a chat, and see if I could potentially help you. Otherwise, I'd love to hear what your goals are. Share them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. And that's all from me. Have an awesome day. Thanks, guys. Bye.